I'm Trish with today's QOTD question of the day. Record your answer to join us in the show. And for today's question, we're slipping between the sheets. What's the weirdest thing anyone said to you in bed? Hearing something super awkward can take you from hopping in the sack to running for the hills. So first, let's lay it down with Crystal.
In the midst of it all, do I want to have your baby? No, don't you ever, okay? Fix your mouth to ask somebody that while y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's just not okay.
It is indeed not okay to go from pillow talk to baby talk. Ugh, what a turnoff.
But wouldn't it be worse if it was actually baby talk? Baby, did you want to have a baby with me? That'll make it even worse.
It's just like, it's come too far. Not now. Not now, please.
Not ever.
Could not imagine. Ugh.
Well, JJ, did you have a favorite fan answer?
So I found a honestly kind of relatable answer from Bartimus.
The weirdest thing someone said to me in bed was probably, "Don't wake me up at my first alarm." So I was like, what? And basically they set like several alarms and they don't want woke up after the very first alarm. So I was like, okay. And I didn't stay because that drives me crazy.
So this response elicits a lot of like interesting emotions, like a strong sense of annoyance, you know, a strong appreciation for just the gall that this person has to have someone over and then the morning set multiple alarms to wake up and tell the person to let those alarms ring.
And I don't blame him for leaving. It's like, I'm not your mother.
Isn't the alarm supposed to be the thing that does wake you up?
But not
like,
the
how
first
do you
alarm. The first alarm just brings you
You're
to
right,
a low
sorry.
level of consciousness, you know?
That's the warning bell.
Yeah, thank you. The warning bell. If you want to have sex, then putting up with like some minor annoyances, it seems to me to be worthwhile. I mean, it could be much worse.
There could be
Eating
two
crackers
alarms.
in bed, you know?
What's wrong with eating crackers in bed?
Oh my God.
Oh no.
When you're by
that was
yourself?
a thing when I was growing up. You'd see somebody who was very cute and you'd say, well, I wouldn't throw them out of bed for eating crackers.
Yeah, well, I'd hope not. Crackers are a delicious nighttime snack, and
but
there's nothing wrong with eating them in bed.
Well, Keith, did you find an answer that you really liked?
I did. I have an answer from Elijah that I think everybody will find very illuminating.
I remember one night I just could not fall asleep for the life of me. Spent all night trying to get to sleep. Finally, around 8 o'clock in the morning, I finally drifted off. It was about 8:15 that my best friend slams the door open and says, "Wake up, biscuit!" And then it was time for me to wake up and go off on whatever we were doing that day.
Fraternity boy, am I right? Like, you know, it's like Animal House. Like, your Delta Town name will be Biscuit.
But maybe he was offering a delicious wake-up treat. Maybe it was wake-up biscuit.
Reed, what do you got?
Yeah. All right, I've got a pretty wild answer from Fifi Belle.
I was glamping at the Glastonbury Festival and someone got into my bed and said, "Do I know you?" And they were a little bit piscanana. I said, well, I hope not. But anyway, a couple of years later, they're now my husband.
I mean, that's got to be the best how did you meet story possibly ever.
Some random person is in bed with her and she says, "I hope I don't know you." Because you would think that she would say the opposite, right? "Do you know me?" I'm like, "I hope so. You're crawling in bed with me." But no, she said the opposite. And I guess that's what happens at the Glastonbury Glamping Festival.
I would judge this person for getting into the wrong bed, but you know, when it's, I guess it was nighttime, you know, a lot of the tents look the same, a lot of the sleeping bags look the same. You maybe have a couple sheets to the wind. It's definitely understandable that the person would get into the wrong bed.
Someone was up all night, though, waiting for Fifi Belle's eventual husband to get into bed with them. Exactly.
What's wrong with my background? Your background's pretty funny, too.
Yeah, Trish's is driving me crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, I think we have some really great backgrounds here, some really great answers as well. You know, a bunch of really amazing stories that we appreciate you being so vulnerable and sharing them with us. But fans, if you have your own answer to this question, be sure to record your answer using the links in the description before our Thursday big show. And now it's time to get into our own answers to this question. It's time for us to be vulnerable. So Keith, let's begin with you. what is your story?
Never on the beach again, she said. No, I'm just kidding. I
Sand.
think sand, it gets everywhere. It's totally annoying. She turned to me and she said, we should totally get married. Next thing you know.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first marriage.
My first marriage. Only been
I've
married
only been married
once.
one time. It's working out so far.
I had just slept with somebody and we were still in, it was so embarrassing. We were still in bed and he turned and looked at me and said, would you mind if I tried your dress on?
Shut up.
Swear to God, I did not let him try it on.
Weird dress.
I was going to ask if he looked good in the dress, but I guess we'll never know.
No, I was like, no, I
Wow.
think that might be weird.
I was gonna say, did you think he was playing the long game? If I sleep with this lady, I get to try some really nice dresses.
Any guy says he hasn't tried on a dress is lying. That's all I'm going to say.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so maybe I overreacted. I also was half worried it would be too small on him. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like that's even
Like,
worse.
no, not that one. Maybe that one.
You didn't want him to, yeah, you
How
didn't
about one
want
of
him
my
to
summer
rock it.
frocks?
Right.
I just had somebody told me to count to 3, and I was like, no, I won't be doing that. Thank you, though.
Countdown.
Count up, which was even worse for some reason. I don't know.
What?
I mean, and I still continued to see him for like several months after that, so can't even say it was that weird.
I wish I had a good story, but literally every story I could tell for myself or for my friends has kind of escaped me. In lieu of that, I will deliver the message of this question, which I guess it attests to the limits to which we put up with other people in order to get laid.
Yeah, I guess there are limits. And one of those limits is sand. Or
And crack.
sand like crackers.
Well, record your answer using the links below and be sure to subscribe, follow, or register to get new questions and announcements right into your daily feed.
Yes, thank you everyone who's watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. Remember, the top soul bearers of the week make it onto our Thursday Big Show.
And if you love QOTD and you want to say thank you, you can say thanks to us by commenting or sharing or subscribing to us on YouTube. Or if you really love it, go ahead and click thanks. We'll give you a shout out on the air.
Now wake up, Biscuit, and let us know what is the weirdest thing someone said to you in bed.
Wake up,
Are
Biscuit!
you?